Hi, I'm Mark, and this is my journey through tarot. Come on. Well, let's talk about William, Harry, Charles, maybe Camilla, and of course, the other wives. So that's what the video will be about. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. So we'll start with the Good Tarot. I love this deck. And as you remember, toward the end of the video, I'll tell you more about these cards like I always do. So the Good Tarot. It's because, I'm tired of all the negativity around these royal characters. And maybe everybody's doing the best they can. So the Good Tarot. Harry, raising his family. What is he, 40 now? I think. So, this is a long time that this should be over and done with. His wife, Meghan Markle, trying to make a success of these online businesses that, I don't know, they sell out, but she never seems to have enough to keep them going, and then changes the name constantly. That's all her online businesses. Then you've got, the future king, Prince William. Man, that must be a load. His wife, Cancer, Princess Catherine. And now they're figuring out life while he's no doubt working out what's inevitably going to happen because his father, King Charles, is, we're all going to die, but he knows his is going to be really soon. So, and then what happens to Camilla? She looks to be in perfect health to me, like some old horse that'll never die. So they'll be supporting her forever, but I'm sure Charles will leave her wealthier than she already was. If she was wealthy, I really don't know, before she married him. So we'll cover everybody. But before we do that, let's have just a moment of meditation. So, start just like we did with Harry. So, Prince Harry, so what's going on? Is he doing anything professionally? Sadly, I don't know. I know he's involved with a few charities, but is that enough to, fill up a person's work day? Perhaps it is. So, Prince Harry, is he pleased with how things have turned out for him so far? 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Prince Harry, is he pleased with the way things have worked out so far? Messenger of Air. Oh my gosh. So these have got some extra cards in here, obviously, like for oracle cards. And I don't usually include them, but Messenger of Air. So defining this without looking up in the guide, I would say the messenger in air has to do with air being like sword. Air is swords, as a matter of fact. And the messenger of air would be the page of swords. I've figured it out. So this is the page of swords. Swords are truth, justice, rules of law. And the messenger, the page of swords, is just bringing a hint of truth, justice, rules, and law to the royal court for them to consider. So Harry bringing his truth, justice, rules, and law to the British royal monarchy to consider. Is he pleased with the way things have worked out? Well, strength. This is a major arcana card, and apparently he has the strength, and it's usually depicted by a woman taming a savage beast. So you could think of that as, I guess, Harry and Meghan. And the final card, is he satisfied with the way things have worked out, is patience. That's really perfect. So, yeah, he's offering the court as a lowly page, as a lowly messenger, what he believes are his truth, justice, rules, and law. He has the strength to carry on as he is, and the patience to wait and see how this all works out. But is he happy with the way things are right now? So one more card. This one fell down from the top, so let's get that one. The Seven of Fire. So the Seven of Fire is like mystery, okay? Illusion and delusion. So I think he is still in the midst of this uncertainty. I mean, when you're as wealthy as he is on his own, in the 30 million range, I would imagine at least, you can be a little bit delusional. So that's Harry. So a little not really understanding maybe exactly what it's like to be a real person, really, yet, even at this age, in his 40. Meghan Markle. What's the deal with her? Is this worked out the way she expected? So you think that when she decided she's marrying into royalty, she had something completely different in her head than the way this has worked out. But is that okay? Let's see. Meghan Markle. Is she satisfied with the way things have turned out? Because it looks like this is going to be her place for a very long time. So Meghan Markle, she pleased with the way things have worked out. The Four of Earth. So Earth is Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is holding on to your value. And it shows us some Pentacles here, as a matter of fact. Pentacle. Four of Earth. So this is holding on to your value. And that's what she's trying to do. Because she was a wealthy woman, worth about $6 million when she met Harry, that she created herself. So holding on to your value. Seven of Water. Water is cups, so this is emotion. The Seven of Cups is appreciating the difficulties that are around you, but everything is a flood of emotions. There's a lot of issues, and what is this one? So this is called Call. This is the 20 of the major arcana. So I'm going to say this is judgment. Yeah, this has to be judgment. So this is a call to something other-worldly. So is she satisfied the way things... Okay, so she's holding on to her value. She's in this illusional sea of choices that she finds herself in just because she has married this prince. And I think she feels called to her position. I think she is very happy with the position she's in, as a matter of fact. And I'll leave it to you whether to decide if that's for evil or good. So, Prince William. Has he reconciled himself with all the personal issues that he brings to his future monarchy with the decisions he's made right now? Is he happy with the way things are prepared for his future at this very moment? 1, 2, that involves his relationship with Harry, his relationship with Camilla. He's brought on his wife's father as one of his key advisors. I think it's been for some time now. You start out with, is he happy? This is the Seven of Air. Air, again, are swords. Seven of Swords is a cautious tale of truth, justice, rules, and law. And you see, he's even here surrounded by helpers, sympathetic helpers. The Tower card. Okay. As a matter of fact, his future just hinged on the tower crumbling, his father's death. So that's the center of his whole preparation. And the final is the Nine of Fire, is really having control of what's happening here. Yeah, he's got it under control. Catherine, what in the world does she expect to be a long-term queen? She knows, okay? You've got to think she knows. Does she expect to be a long-term queen. I mean, 20 years. 1, 2. This is not what the cards are telling me. This is what are Catherine's expectations with the knowledge that she has. Okay, so we're not predicting that. We're wanting to know what are her expectations. The Star. So she expects to come out of this shining. The Ace of Fire. So really strongly getting something accomplished. And 8 of Coins. So yeah, really learning this craft. So, and this looks like it's accomplished. So I think she does expect to be a solid queen. For how long? It didn't really address that. And but I think she does expect to be a good, solid, deserved queen. Charles. And the same thing. I just want to know if he's pleased with the way he's navigated the personal life of the monarchy with his sons and his heir to the throne. Because being a son and being an heir to the throne is the same thing and two different things. Is Charles pleased? Justice. I think he feels like he's weighed into some amount of justice. We probably don't know everything that's going on. The High Priestess being led by a divine signal, and the Two of Earth, which is balancing. You see there's 2 pentacles here. This is balancing value. I think he feels very much like he has navigated this. Camilla. We know she'll be taken care of. Will Camilla be an integral part of William's monarchy? Will Queen Camilla, at that time she'll be Dowager Consort, Dowager Queen Consort, will she be an integral part of William's monarchy? Camilla. So this is not her decision. We're asking the universe. Will Camilla be part of his? So the 4 of Earth. So this is grounded, holding on to her value. Okay. This is the 4 of Air. So this is the 4 of Swords. So this is being very cautious about your every move, but dealing with truth, justice, rules, and law. And this is a 7 of Water. So again, this is kind of illusion and delusion. She's going to make sure that she has value. She's going to be very cautious about it. And not only is she going to take care of her advantage of every illusion and delusion, she may be able to avoid them and create them. That woman is very cagey. She became, through her efforts, Queen of England. Hey, I'm going to show you the cards now. Hang on a minute. So this is the Good Tarot. I use these cards a lot, and I love them. These are by Colette Baron Reed. It's 78 cards and a guidebook. And first of all, I always like to say, is the box nice? Yeah, this is very nice. If you got a gift in this box, a watch, or you'd expect a watch or something nice to come in this box. And look how well it's finished on the inside too. The guidebook is very good. Now it's black and white, but it does tell you a lot in the beginning of what Colette Baron Reed's vision was for these cards, and she even calls them oracles, not only tarot deck but oracle cards. And she's someone who's been in tarot and reading tarot for 40 years or more, I would say. She gives some very good explanations as to how to work with tarot, beautiful divinations for the cards, and so it's worth taking the time to read it. It really reads very well. So that's the guidebook. The cards themselves, which is the meat of the whole thing. Well, these are great. I will say they're a little biggish, okay? So they're a little big to hold, and that makes it a little hard to shuffle. And I've had these for a good while. I don't use them all the time, but they do have a static cling to each other that has never seemed to go away. And that's a little annoying if you want to do this, that kind of a shuffle. Or I guess that is a shuffle, and this is a riffle shuffle. They seem to work okay with this once you get your bearings around how big these cards are. There's nothing unusual about the back of the cards, other than if I always like to know if I could tell if this card is inverted or upright by looking at the back of it. There's a bright spot at the top of these cards. Do you see it repeating itself over and over again? So if I see the back of the card like that, I know the card itself is going to be in the correct way. If I see this down here, then I know it's going to be inverted. Is that useful? I don't know, but you'd have to decide. So, and you can assort your cards also with that knowledge. Now, the cards themselves, they're slicky, they're beautiful, and they go right from the edge to edge. And they've got some, they're not really intuitively Rider Waite. You have to know what this woman is considering patience in the Rider Waite, what this woman's considering water and earth. And so there's that. But they're gorgeous cards, and they're well worth giving a look at. I do like them. They're by Hay House Publishers, which has done a few tarot decks. And I always like to say that I show you these cards like this because when I was just looking at videos, and not being a tarot reader, I always wanted to see what do the cards look like, more of the cards than just what a reading would call for. And so I don't get paid for this. I would have just liked it when I'm looking at tarot cards. So I love these cards. Hope you will too.